Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Alex Avila with Love University, and we're back. I'm an author, psychologist, and speaker. And every week we talk about how to love yourself, others, and a higher nature, how to improve your finances, career, health, relationships, and spirituality. And today we're starting a new two-part series, Loving Money Energy, Your Secret Key to Pure Abundance. Would you like to be rich beyond your wildest dreams? For some people, getting rich, or at least financially comfortable, is one of their primary goals in life. While there are great non-monetary riches such as love, family, friendship, creativity, and spirituality, there are also monetary riches, which include material possessions, luxury experiences, and cold hard cash. Having financial wealth can be a blessing for those who receive it because it can give them a sense of financial security and the freedom to pursue the things they truly desire. Travel, fun, family, social times, new experiences and adventures, as well as compassionate helping of the needy. Most of all, financial wealth can give you what is perhaps the most valuable asset of all, time. The time to do what you truly desire instead of being hampered by the constraints of a job or career that takes up too much of your energy and focus and prevents you from doing what you really want to do. Although the right use of money can produce positive outcomes, the truth is that many people have misconceptions. Some avoid money, thinking they will be tainted by a superficial and materialistic focus. Others greedily pursue it and make money the primary focus of their existence. And a large number of people have fear towards it. They wallow in the anxiety that they don't have enough money and will never have enough to meet their needs and dreams. There is a superior way to look at material wealth. Think of money as loving energy, as a positive force that travels between human beings to enhance the lives of those it touches and to make the world a better place. Loving money energy, or LME, works like this. When you do something you love for work, hopefully that is the case, you receive money in the form of loving energy in appreciation for the work you've done. Then you take that money and purchase goods and services, giving your loving energy in appreciation for the value you received from another. This loving money energy cycle continues as it travels across the world. Money, however, is not just designed for the consumption of material goods. Although these things can bring pleasure and comfort, the key is to use money as a conscious vehicle for expressing love and improving the lives of others, to heal the sick and empower the powerless, to protect the earth's resources, to reduce crime, violence, and poverty, and to build happy and productive societies. In this new way of thinking, money is not just a vehicle of exchange for goods and services. It is a powerful force for good that can enhance lives and bring positive emotions to the world. It is a channel for personal growth and harmonious relationships, a way to spread gratitude and positivity throughout the planet. By seeing money as loving energy, you will learn how to speak the language of true wealth and abundance, instead of using the vocabulary of psychological poverty, the fear of scarcity, and the frantic belief that you must compete for dwindling resources. As you delve into the world of loving money energy, you first need to understand the opposing force that can keep you from achieving your full financial potential. It is the mind of scarcity. There's never enough. With the mind of scarcity, you see money as something you need to hoard and keep to yourself. You think you have to get as much of it as you possibly can so you can live a better life. At the same time, the scarcity mindset makes you anxiously believe there's not enough to go around. It convinces you to fight for every dollar. In your mind, you may say phrases like, money is tight, and money doesn't grow on trees. You worry that you don't have the luck or capacity to make the money you need to make. You fear that other people will try to take your money. You worry that they want to cheat you, rob you, or take advantage of you. So Jonathan, my producer, we talked in the past about some of your experiences with the money scarcity mindset. Tell us a little bit about that. What's your idea when it comes to this? So in other words, Jonathan, you're a young guy kind of starting out. I know you're building your own business with video. So tell us a little bit about that idea. Sometimes the thought comes in your head about there's not enough money, there's not enough time.
Yeah, so I know previously in the past, and maybe like an older episode, that I mentioned that I felt like I was just overly stressed and anxious because of work. I didn't have time for myself. I didn't have time for other people.
Right.
But I feel like lately, I've been just trying to take care of my self-care more, going to the gym more,
Yes.
having time to myself, meditating, trying to get enough sleep, journaling,
Good.
and having a close, supportive friend circle. And I feel like
Yes.
that really helps. And I feel like having a good foundation makes everything else a lot easier.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we talk about, Jonathan. There's also even a romantic relationship, family support,
Yeah.
and self-love, right? Taking care of yourself, working out. That's what we call the mind of abundance, because
Mhm.
that's a whole different mindset. The mind of abundance is a belief that you will have all the money and resources that you need, and the world will work in your favor to bring you the security and happiness you desire. When you have the abundance mindset, you're able to boldly start new businesses and engage in new ventures or lifestyle changes because you know deep down that you will obtain the resources you need to accomplish your goals. How do you increase your mind of abundance? Begin by imagining that you have the kind of financial abundance represented by the world's money supply, currently estimated at 123 trillion, which has gone up significantly over the last 10 years. Now, in your mind's eye, visualize that you have so much money you can afford to give away plenty because you always know there's more in store for you and your loved ones. LME, Loving Money Energy, works hand in hand with the abundance mindset because when you give money to others as a form of loving energy, you reverse the mind of scarcity into the mind of abundance. Instead of worrying about whether you have enough money, you have an expansive feeling of abundance. You know you can give to others and still have plenty left over for yourself. Begin today by giving money to worthy and needy individuals. The amount of money you give doesn't matter. It can be small at first. Give some money to the homeless. Donate some items to a nonprofit charity. Help your neighbor or friend with a small loan or favor. When you give, visualize that you're imparting loving energy to the person or cause. As you do this, you will begin to reverse your mindset of money anxiety and lack and turn it into one of prosperity and abundance. With this new perspective, you realize that the more loving money energy you give to others, the more it will come back to you. Although this loving money energy attitude may not be easy to grasp at first, you will begin to notice the positive changes when you apply it to your life. When you change your thinking from money scarcity to money abundance, you will be able to attract more material and spiritual riches. Let's talk about some practical ways you can enhance your loving money energy. One way is by giving away samples of what you love to do for free, without expecting anything in return. If you're a writer, post some of your writing online. If you're a cook, give away one of your favorite homemade dishes to a friend or stranger. If you're a teacher, give a free lesson to a deserving student. When you give what you love to do for free in a conscious and open way, you open the door for more loving money energy to come into your life in the form of real money or other advantages. Now you may say, but I do that anyway. I sing, teach, act, or paint for free, but I still haven't advanced in my field. I feel like I'm going nowhere. You may be correct in what you say, but you're missing one important ingredient. You need to give loving money energy without expectations. For example, you're an actor. You act in a local play for free. You enjoy the work, but you keep thinking, when am I going to get my big break? When am I going to make some money? Well, it's important to consider the practical aspects of survival, like food, clothing, and shelter. It's also important to maintain a free-flowing attitude toward loving money energy. Keep perfecting your craft, your talent, and give it to the world without expectation. Don't expect that you have to make a certain amount of money from it, or that you have to be like others who have succeeded in your field. Simply maintain the faith that if you are meant to be successful with this talent or work, you will receive all the financial rewards you need. Here's an exercise to help you bring more LME, loving money energy, into your life. Imagine that you're doing what you love, whether it's caretaking, business, writing, teaching, science, mechanics, or the arts. Visualize that you're expressing this activity as a colored light, maybe blue, white, yellow, or green. And it's going out to people that you're helping through your work. This light represents the loving energy you emanate through your business or career. Imagine further that the same color light is traveling back to you in the form of actual physical money. Green cash or a blue check, or maybe it's an online transfer through an app or other means. Breathe in, then exhale as you accept this loving money energy, which is returning to you. As I'm thinking about this, I just realized that COVID was one of the accelerators of the online transfers, the apps. So people used to deposit money in their account or maybe get direct deposits, but now everything has changed. It's electronic. But it's still the same principle. We're still either receiving or giving money, either for exchange or in our case, we're talking about today for loving money energy. As you practice this exercise daily, you will find that you have a different attitude toward work. Before, you may have seen it as a way to survive or achieve a sense of security. Now you see your work as a conduit to a constant loving money energy transfer, sending out LME and receiving it back. As it flows, you will benefit from wonderful opportunities and experiences, and you will help others do the same. Here's another exercise that you can try with a group of friends or acquaintances to increase your loving money energy. Take out a $100 bill and pass it to the person next to you as you say, thank you. Then that person will pass it along to the person next to them while saying thank you. Each person will take turns giving the $100 bill and expressing gratitude to the person who received it from them. Eventually, the $100 bill will come back to you. You're the original giver of the loving money energy. Of course, it helps if your friends are good ones and they give you the money back, which of course they will. This is a fun exercise because you're directly experiencing the power of loving money energy as it travels from person to person and then returns back to the original giver. As you do this exercise, imagine that when you give someone the $100 bill, you're buying goods and services that were lovingly created by them. Then, as the loving money energy circulates around the room, each person receiving the money, including you, will visualize that they're working at something they love and are receiving the love back in the form of the paper bill known as money. In this universal exchange of loving money energy, you can experience a tremendous feeling of gratitude, contribution, and love. On and on, the circle continues as you visualize the loving money energy is spreading throughout the room, your family, your community, and the world. It will bring joy, comfort, and security to those who you transfer your love and goodwill to. It is the beginning of loving money energy. So, Loving University students, today you've learned a very powerful and valuable lesson. The idea that money is not just a medium of exchange, something you use to buy things you want or services you need, but as a way to express your loving energy to others and to receive it as well. Doing work that you love to do and then receiving this thing that we call money, but really is a form of care. It's a form of energy from a higher source. So go out this week, and every time you spend or receive money, think of it as spreading or receiving loving money energy. Now, you're creating a circle of goodwill and improving the prospects of humanity as well as your own life. Welcome to your new world. It is loving money energy. And one more thing, to maximize your invincibility, make sure you pick up a copy of Invincible You, the book, on Amazon.com. So Love University students, go out this week, live with self-acceptance, love yourself, love others, and love the higher nature. And by the way, follow me on Instagram at Dr. Alex Avila, that's DrAlexAvila, and also follow me on the social media links below. And now the moment has arrived. Put away your notebooks, your iPads, your phones. Love University, class is now dismissed. This is Dr. Alex Avila.